Mishnah. Mishnah. Here comes the women. Here comes the women. I want freedom. Freedom is what makes the world go down. Thank you, we like to ball.
Lori wants me to turn the sound on.
Happy Freedom Friday, children of the lawn.
Happy Freedom Friday, children of the lawn. How are we doing today?
We are doing great.
Ready for a big weekend? It's summer.
That's right. Happy summer.
It blew my mind. I thought summer started on the 21st every year, and this year it started on the 20th. So, anyway, summertime and the living is easy.
Yeah, I thought like fall was, well, no, fall is the 20th,
No.
21st.
I always thought it was the 21st.
September?
I thought it was all the 21st. December 21st is usually the winter
Yeah,
solstice.
but they changed March to the 20th.
Well, who the fuck are they, and how do they get to do that?
I don't know. You know what? They are probably the same ones that pick every day of the year to be a special day.
National Asshole Day?
I don't know about that one. I know there's National Flag Day and National Cookie Day, but National Asshole Day, that's a good one.
That's almost every day.
Well, there are assholes.
Yes, they are.
You're gonna get that no matter what.
I just don't know why God put so many of them in the world at the same time. Anyway.
Well, we have missed talking to you guys.
Yeah. Yes, we have. We have. We missed talking to you.
They're miserable. They're all hot.
They're hot?
Yes.
I got to tell you
They're in
something.
that heat dome.
We are not in the heat dome, which is so freaking cool, I can't tell you. We are not in the heat dome. The heat dome ends at the top of Florida.
Right. Well, but Florida is like a heat dome.
Yeah, but you see,
lately it's been
here's the
really
thing about
nice.
Florida. Let me just tell you about Florida. The worst it gets down here is in the 30s. I mean, like, you know, and that's like an event. That's like a historic event if it gets in the 30s. So let's just say that during the winter, maybe it gets into the 40s, 50s, like that, right? And then in the summer, I don't know, I've never really seen it above 93, 94 maybe, right? Well,
No, I've never.
so what is that? That's 50 degrees, give or take. You northerners have 100 degrees of heat change. So it must really drive you nuts when it gets super, super cold or super, super hot. Spoke to Bruce today, and he's worried about the trees. He's got, you know, he lives in a foresty kind of area, and he's worried about his trees dying from the heat.
Well, yeah, he said that
They're advising him to water his trees.
on the news. Oh, why, thank you, Kitty.
Why, thank you, Kitty. How's that?
Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo!
noise. Got a little noise. Cheers, a little cheers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Some nice colors, little flaring
Oh, wait,
things.
now
going on.
Gail knew that you were gonna mess with them, Steve, by pretending that it wasn't, no sound.
I used to do.
This kitty said, "Are you messing with us, Steve? Are you
Yeah,
teasing
I
us?"
had to tease you a little bit. You know,
That's what
me.
he does.
But you know, it's funny because I used to do that to Alan, our front of house sound man. In Rat Race, I would be and he'd go trying to figure out what was wrong. But then he would he would get even with me by soloing Mark's vocals in my headphones. So all I heard was oh, and we had a lot of fun in that band. Oh, Michael J. Newton, and Michael J. Boom, boom. Woo! I like that last little woo. Too much fun. I have too much fun with these video editing programs.
Oh, and
So,
BSC. Thank you, BSC.
oh, wow. Oh, I see. Did you see the little turbulence there at the end? Little blue turbulence?
I did.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I spend hours and minutes.
Thank you, Lori.
Watch the turbulence. Here it comes at the end. There it is. Love that. Love that. Lori, we got something very special for you, pal.
Woohoo!
I'll tell you about that later because I don't want to make everybody else jealous. But it's pretty freaking cool if I do say so myself. So, who's going to be the first in tonight?
Well,
I'm going to be the first in.
Booker.
A fella's going to
Thank
kill
you,
me.
Brenda.
Oh, Brenda.
Brenda. Whoa. Okay, we took your advice.
We
Children,
took your advice.
and we bought the black oil sunflower seeds.
Well, let me set this up.
Okay.
We've been buying a bunch of stuff, going here and there and buy little things that we need, and
People do.
like people do. And Lori comes out with 2 bags of mixed nut berry.
Oh, thank you, Jewel.
I love that little blue thing. It's cool. Anyway,
Yeah, no,
comes out with
nut-
2 bags
Fruit
of
and nut
nuts, fruit.
for the birds.
You'll never believe who's
Because
in
they were buy
first.
one, get one.
Who's in first tonight? So anyway, yeah, buy one, get one. Come in. Buy one, get one. We got like one half dead crow.
Oh, I know what he did.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Angus.
Hey, man.
Hey, what's up, guys?
You feed the creatures at your house?
Yes.
Birds?
Do you?
You mean like the birds and the squirrels and stuff like that?
No, I'm talking about Franny and Stella. Of course, the frickin' birds and the squirrels.
Oh
What do
my
you think
God.
I'm talking about?
Yes. Yes.
Get you.
No, she's not.
Well, Stella turned to 18 yesterday.
I know.
Oh my
Congratulations.
God.
And did you take her to the Cheesecake Factory?
No, at last minute they didn't want to go. They just wanted the cake.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Hey, Jeff.
unfair, Rickenbacker. That's just nice. Is that a 12 string? No.
It's the Beatles rig.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Right. That. So what that is in the middle, is that the Country Gentleman? What did he play?
Yeah, Country Gentleman.
And I recognize the Hofner, easy.
It's on display in the Deutsches Museum in Munich, Germany.
Is that their real instruments?
I don't know. I doubt it. Probably copies.
Well, I like the Rick,
John
though,
Lennon's
man.
was black.
I'm a big fan of a Rickenbacker.
Yeah. John Lennon's was black. It was that other, I forgot the model it was. That real short scale.
That looks
Yeah,
like
but
a 12, maybe a
he-
12. I don't
He
know.
played a 12 string, too. That's definitely a 6 string, because it's got the whammy bar.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, listen, and a Vox AC30, that's Xander's favorite amp. Still his amp of choice on stage, AC30.
He likes a lot of vintage stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah, he
I mean,
does.
he's always playing his guitars and everything,
Well, you can't afford new ones.
Oh, Stick is coming tonight.
Is he?
Yeah, yeah, I gotta send him the link.
Oh, good. You got to send him the link.
Jeff, this guy,
Nobody knows how to store the link.
he's never, well, no, he was on the, no, he was on, but on mine.
Now, I'm into Jeff's picture here for a
Yeah.
second. Behind the AC30 and next to the Rickenbacker. Oh, who's this? Don. That's the Rick that he plays. That black one that you're talking about. It's
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
gray scratch board or a silver scratch board. It's weird. Oh, very funny. Hey, I'll blow your bolts off.
Hey, Don.
Hi guys. Is my
Hi, Don.
audio working?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
I want
it is.
I've got a microphone tonight because I want everyone to hear my tale of woe.
Uh-oh. Whoa,
Uh-oh.
whoa, whoa. Well, let's hear it.
Well, hence my background.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I was flying
you're not
along.
going to England.
Well, was actually coming home from Fort Myers.
Oh,
Oh,
Remember that 2 months ago?
I do. You are our most recent and probably only in 4 years guest
yes.
in
you
the
and,
home. We haven't had anybody
you and
over
Haven,
in
yes.
years. You and Haven for dinner, which that, by the way, we were eating on that thing of sauce and for like weeks.
I froze it.
Yeah, she froze.
It's better when it's heated up though, you know that.
Yeah, much better. But there's nothing like a good sauce pop.
Yeah, well,
Anyway, so go ahead. On the way home from Fort Myers,
we didn't get on the plane because there was a 7-hour mechanical delay.
Oh, brother.
And we were told that they couldn't issue a voucher over the phone, even though I have over 1 million miles and 40 years of flying with them. Hi, Booker. Sorry, it's gripe
Booker.
time for me.
it's gloom in the room. Go ahead.
And tonight was another hapless, feckless, I think is the word, phone call with American Airlines, where it concluded with, well, I just don't think there's anything I can do for you. At which point I said, well, then thank you for your patience. This conversation is over. I've CC'd the CEO of American Airlines because his email address is readily available. And I got a phone call back 3 days ago saying, we couldn't open the files you sent, which is the documentation, after having been told at the airport, no, we can't do you a voucher. It's just we just can't. There was no real reason. Something about it was spring break and we don't have hotels and all kinds of nonsense. And what they don't know is that I'm retired and I have nothing better to do with my time than to make them crazy because they won't issue the voucher and pay me back for the hotel room. And I may have flown my last American Airlines flight. Their customer service is abysmal in my experience.
And the doors fly off.
Yeah, the doors fly off.
Was that American Airlines? That's Boeing.
It might as well be. Let's trash them completely.
I think it was America.
Well,
And it's an ugly logo, by the way. Your logo's ugly, American Airlines.
yeah. It's anyway.
They have better leg room than a lot of other airlines, though.
More or less.
They had more for a long time.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've been a loyal customer for forever. I've got over 1 million miles, and they treat you like, who are you? And if this is going out onto I don't use any social media, so if this is going out on the air, everyone should know this is how American Airlines treats its customers. It first doesn't tell them the truth and then doesn't follow up. It's very, very sad.
And this is your first experience with uncooperative customer service.
At American Airlines, yeah.
Where do you fly out of?
Oh, I fly out of LaGuardia all the time. When I was for work, I always just went with American because I had status with them, and it was always really good. It's just now that they have a problem, they don't try to solve it. They tell you that they can't open up a PDF file. And yeah.
But they sure can open that emergency door, can't they?
Yeah.
Hey,
Anyway.
look who snuck in. So there's Joe. Joe has an AT30.
Hey, Stick.
Hey, Stick.
Let me introduce him here. This is a friend of mine, Stick Davis. He's a friend of mine down here. He's the bass player from the Aces, what is it?
Amazing Rhythm Aces.
Rhythm Aces.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Easy for you to say.
Yeah. He's toured with Al Green. He's toured with B.B. King. He's toured with a lot of people. Good bass player, real soulful bass player. How you doing, Stick?
How you doing,
I'm
Sid?
doing quite well. Doing quite well, man. Everything's good, you know. Still been playing a little music and grandpa and dog wrangling, and that's about it, man.
Dog wrangling. Yeah, we got a full house tonight. Guess who's here? And next up, it's
Mousy.
I'm gonna have to start with the theme songs
Mousy?
again. Yeah.
I love her avatar.
Hey, Mousy.
Hi, Mousy.
Hi, Bousy.
Hi, Mouse.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, you're echoing.
Yeah.
I'm
there's a-
echoing.
I'm
No.
kidding.
Oh,
Okay,
Let's
I'm.
not start that tonight.
You're what?
I said, let's not start that now.
No.
Well, the other man, I'm
were
not even gonna
kidding.
go into it. Wednesday night, you know, I do my playing videos and all that. For some reason, my mic wasn't coming through. I just played videos all night, and it was like,
It was kind of fun.
I'll tell you what, if ever I needed you technical people, it was that night. But
It sounds great today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
well, thanks to whatever. I don't know.
Oh, look
Lenny's
at that
not here
puppy.
yet,
Wait,
so
who's
let's
this
not-
puppy?
Oh, puppies! Hi,
Where's
puppies.
puppies?
There's puppies with Stick.
Woo, puppies.
Who's that
My
baby?
dog Penny, my Chiweenie. She's a Chiweenie.
Oh my God, she's adorable.
Yes, we stay pretty close, you know. Take her with me wherever I go, and she even occasionally
this
comes
is
to a gig or whatever. So
Something, Steve. Just said
This is a friend of mine, Stick, down here in Florida.
Hi, Stick.
hello, nice to meet you.
You as well.
Another bass player.
Yep.
Oh, we can never have enough of them.
It's
A lot of
fun.
out of work bass players for a Friday night, man. You know.
Well, Booker goes and
Yeah.
stays at 10. He starts at 10.
Is it 10?
Yeah, I start at 10, but I got to leave like around 8.
10 to 2, right?
We're
10
used
to 2
to.
at
We've been here.
Authors
Okay, well, I have an
in
interesting.
Greenwich Village.
I have an interesting question for the room. Because I know that you guys all are movie watchers and, you know, you're up on the latest thing. Has anybody seen Poor Things?
I haven't seen. My wife watched it. I didn't
I
see it.
started to watch it. That's all I'm gonna say.
It took us 3 nights.
It took 3 days.
I stuck it out. It's definitely it should have been titled Stranger Things. That is one wacky movie.
Yeah. It's almost soft porn.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
It should be porn things.
Yeah.
poor porn.
Oh,
It was
I kept saying, I can't watch any more of this movie.
Now
Please
the-
turn it off.
actually, I mean, when you get past how freaking weird it is, and it's like a Baz Luhrmann type of deal, or who's the other
Tim
crazy
Burton,
bastard? Tim
yeah.
Burton. But it wasn't either one of those guys. But I mean, all the futuristic, flying, old-fashioned, you know, Beatles-looking things and all that. But at the end of the day, you know, they took a long way around the block to make the point. But I mean, the moral of the story was actually quite intriguing. You know, I mean, I know that most of us in the room, many of us, except for maybe me, and Stick, do you have children, Stick? You got kids?
Oh, I do. Yeah, they both
Okay, so
children.
yes, so we're the- So,
Gail,
so we're the.
Gail wants to know if Stick can make his picture bigger.
Can you turn your camera sideways?
Oh, sorry, the camera.
So now you made him disappear, Gail.
Oh,
Nice.
Gail, look what you did.
Look what
Nice
you
work, Gal.
did.
Nice, Gail.
Nice, Gail.
Thanks, Gail.
There he is.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Worth the effort.
I feel I'm sort of uninitiated, so I'm just feeling my way out.
Okay, so we're the minority without kids, and I always wondered, if you had a kid and you taught them all weird stuff, like different words and you could.
I actually told my children I'd consider doing that, teaching them other words for the English language and stuff. I told them I'd threaten to do that. My kids are, while they like me and everything, they're not like me.
Right, of course.
I'm a musician, and you know what it's like. I sort of just bumbled along through life, and shit happened along the way. But most of the time, man, it's luck or just standing there or something. But my son, man, he's real serious now. He DJs and stuff, but only because he's got some kind of a job, like a profession and stuff like that. I don't know what he does, but he does it from home, and he apparently is getting away with it.
Does he do it on Twitch? Does he do it on Twitch?
I don't know.
Just works from home.
Just nod your head. Just nod your head.
Or Twitch.
They do it
Or
at
Twitch.
various locations, whatever. And it's like, he's like 44, so it's people that age,
Yeah.
That's like
Those people.
People not my generation. Not my generation.
It's like the Dumb Kings commercial. Who is TikTok?
Oh shit! That is
Ben
man.
Affleck? Oh
I'd
my
say
God.
that's the funniest commercial I think
Who
I've
is
ever
TikTok?
seen. Have you all seen that commercial?
Yeah.
Oh God, we watch it over and over.
Have you seen the whole thing with what's his name? Who's the rapper
I
that's
don't
in
know.
there with him at the beginning?
He's so funny though, that kid.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh, my
no,
God.
she shows up at my work,
He's
and
sitting
I
in
got to
the
show
car.
her what I can do.
Because last year,
Because last year, yeah, he was working at Dunkin' Donuts, and J Lo
Ben
pulled
Affleck
up to
was,
the
yeah.
drive up, and she goes, "This is where you go when you're telling me you're at work." Holy shit!
And now
Wow.
apparently they're getting divorced.
Yeah, I guess that one before anyone said anything, I could see it in the pictures. It was like nah.
No, that's his resting depressed face.
Yeah, that's what he says. You could tell.
Oh, right. Yeah, the lemon face and the
Hi, Russ.
line.
Oh, there. Okay. Can you guys hear me? I can't hear me.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all right.
Hello.
We hear you.
You're
It's
good.
been a minute. Hello, fellas. How ladies?
Yeah, hey.
Gents.
How are you?
Hey, right?
So we passed around the room. Have you seen the film Poor Things?
You know what? I started to watch it.
Jack Harlow.
No, it's not me. It's not me.
Okay.
I started watching with my partner Una, and we got into about 10 minutes, and then when she was in the room with the dead body, and she starts stabbing the eye, she goes, "That's it. I've had it."
Oh,
man.
Then she's playing with the penis.
I didn't see that. I missed
You
it.
really
wow.
need to endure it. Just to,
It had a very Clockwork Orange feel to me, and
I was gonna
I
say
just
that.
remember how confusing. It just seemed like too much effort at that point. At
Yeah.
some time when I have more time to jerk around, but when I'm seriously, but when
Like
I'm
we all do.
investing a couple of hours of my life into something, I hate to say it, but it's got to be like a quick sell to me because
yeah.
I just, I don't have time to keep going
It
back.
takes some endurance. I will tell you that. It does take some endurance. Hey there,
Lenny.
What's up, Lenny?
Yeah, it's me, Steve.
Hey,
Hi,
Lenny,
Bouncy. Hi, Lori.
what about these tourists that are disappearing?
Yeah,
in
how about
Greece?
the Greece, the disappearing Grecian tourists?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
wow.
us.
No,
I'm
really,
out of touch.
it really happened.
Are you
Lenny.
still going?
Of course, yeah. No, nothing has changed. But
Well,
that's not till
now-
the end of September.
But
Yeah,
they
but
found
then
one of them dead.
what time is the show going to be for you? Are we going to not see you ever again? Is
Oh, that.
2:30 in the
I
morning.
don't know. That is
He'll be 6 hours ahead of us.
more, maybe.
Yeah,
Instead of
maybe
6 hours
7.
behind.
It could be rough.
Wow, we'll have to tape your part.
I'll send it in.
Screen.
Right now in
Oh,
Greece, it's 2:23 a.m.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
so
Oh
it's
my
later.
Well, now,
God.
I got a
Like
question,
10
though.
hours.
This is a serious question because this might solve your problem. Do they have pot in Greece?
Ah,
I guess they do, but
Or
I've been
hashish,
off it
right?
for a while now.
Oh, really? Because I was going to
Oh.
think if you don't smoke,
Wow.
maybe you'll still be up at 2:30.
No,
Or maybe
I
some
think it's
hash.
usually when I
Some good
smoked it,
hash.
I'm still up at 2:30.
Oh, and so what is the cause of the sobriety? Just a choice, or you in a program? What's
Yeah,
going on?
no, just a choice.
Because
good choice.
Good choice.
recreational
Yeah,
use of cannabis is illegal in Greece.
Oh, so he's weaning himself off.
well, thank you for that.
Just
That
letting
How
you
do you
know.
spell your last name? Where are you going
Hey,
to be living?
honey, we got to make some changes.
You'll be there for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, right. I can't stand it any longer.
Never mind wrapping that lamb in grape leaves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just that I'm one of those guys that if I have pot, I just keep on smoking it until it's gone.
Right,
So
like
it,
cookies.
That's like cookies.
yeah, like cookies, I guess, but it turns me into a zombie for a while.
No. Yes.
It's
Your
so hard to
ambition is
believe.
to be zombie-like, then isn't
Yeah,
it
right.
the deal?
Aunt
I bet
Clara.
you can't. I
tell you
bet you
the
can't
weirdest-
smoke just one.
We made a pact when we were kids, and I mean going back 15, 16, that we were going to smoke pot every day, no matter what happened, right? And I think I was the only one who kept up with the deal,
I've
but
never heard of this before.
I kept up with the deal, right? And then I'm on tour in 2001, and we go to Japan, and
no
no pot. There's no smoky, and all of a sudden I start dreaming, which I haven't dreamt or remembered a dream in like 4 decades, right?
That is not
And-
true.
Well, Todd Rundgren said it was true.
Well, Todd doesn't know everything.
That's good. Well, you know
I thought
something.
he
No,
did.
he doesn't.
He does know.
I had to freaking get him a flight to Detroit that he couldn't find. I had him go into Flint, Michigan, because he's looking for Detroit.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, anyway,
Todd
now that we,
doesn't-
Todd Rundgren?
Yeah.
All right, so maybe he's not good at geography.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
but
think he knows everything.
he thinks he knows everything.
Oh.
And therefore, he has Steve convinced he knows everything, but he doesn't know everything.
We lose.
no, Jeff's back.
Well,
Disappointed
join the
now.
club.
Yeah, there you go. What can you do?
Hey, Russ.
So-
Yeah. Okay.
What's up,
Did we
Lenny? How you
lose
doing?
Jeff?
Doing good, Russ.
Yeah, he's coming back.
That's good, good.
There's
I saw.
There
Did
he
you see a
is.
picture of our dear buddy Joe Brageau golfing in Normandy? Did you see that?
Oh my God.
He posted a picture.
I did.
Yeah. What a guy. He's got the life.
What do you
Yeah, I guess so.
Joe. I guess Joe
Joe
Franco.
Franco.
What did he
Joe
do?
Brageau. That's
He was
funny.
in Normandy playing golf.
They have golf in Normandy. I guess they do. Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
One big sand trap.
I mean, they dug a lot of holes there.
Golf on the beach.
That was a bad joke, right?
That was a bad joke.
That was not.
Ouch.
That-
Maybe
Too
it's a
soon?
drink. I don't know. Golf on the beach.
Yeah, right. Too soon, yeah.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, too close to Memorial Day. Angus, you know,
I don't even know when it is.
it was.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, well, there's always next year.
Lenny, start smoking pot, please.
Yeah, really. You light up. You're scaring us.
I'm not smoking pot. This is the real me.
Wow.
All right, Lenny, I'm proud of you.
Kenya!
Yeah.
No, that's actually not true. I don't want to lie to you guys, but my buddy here on the island gave me some really intense pot. Like he rolled me a joint. Whew. Knocked me right out. I can't believe how strong it is.
Ridiculously strong.
Hydroponic, probably.
Yeah, he said it was grown here on the island, and it was like the kind of pot that if you smoke it in the bathroom, if you're married, if you smoke it in the bathroom, you could go in there 3 hours later and still get high just by breathing.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Better enjoy it now because, a few months from now, that's
Oh,
going to be
God.
it
Yeah,
for
that's
you.
it. That's
All right,
it, Joe.
Steve has a hydroponic
I
pot
had
story.
never. I was on tour, and we go to Canada, and you know the rule when you go, drink it, smoke it, snort it, flush it, or throw it out the window because we're crossing the border. And I'm freaking dying in Canada. I just, please, somebody's got to have a freaking joint, please, please. And I tell my tour manager, please find somebody that's got something, right? And we're in the meet and greet line, and all of a sudden he comes up and he puts this, I can feel a little plastic bag, and I can feel the buds and the sticks in it. And I'm like, oh my God, oh, yes. I can't wait to get back to the hotel. And we get back to the hotel room, and everybody says, okay, we're going to go out to this club. We'll all meet in the lobby. We'll grab a cab or whatever, and we're going to go out to this nightclub. And I just can't. I go up to my room and I roll myself like the glom delicious joint of all time, right? I get so freaking stoned. I'm hiding it. Like I must have hid it in 15 different places in the hotel room, right? And then all of a sudden the phone rings and scares the shit out of me, and it's Johnny. Says, come on, we've called a cab. And I said, oh, okay. And I go down, and I'm sure that the whole hotel can smell this shit. And it was my first experience with hydroponic pot, right?
Oh, okay.
And I am so freaking paranoid, and just all I'm thinking about is, should I have put it in the safety deposit box? Should I have dug a hole in the floor? I mean, I'm just going nuts, right? And I'm in the cab, and that's all I'm thinking about is I know they're in my room now. I can picture it. They're waiting for me to come back. And so we get to whatever club it was, and they all get out of the club, out of the cab to go into the club. And I said to the cab driver, just take me back to the hotel. And he turns the thing, and I'm like waving goodbye to them. Oh, God, it was horrible. So now, the next day, we're going to go, or 2 days, whatever it was, a day or so later, we're going to go back to New York. Now, I'm afraid of this pot now. I'm afraid that it has its own, and something's going to happen to me. And so I'm walking around wherever we were. Not Quebec. We were in, what's the other one? Toronto. I don't know.
Montreal?
Yeah, maybe Montreal. And
no, it's Montreal.
Yeah, there too. And I see this van with bongos and congas painted all over it, and I thought, oh, my people. Okay, because I'm not going to try and bringing drugs into the United States from Canada is like smuggling potatoes into Idaho. Why would you do that?
Right.
So I go up to this van, and I really am saying, look, you guys, I'm a drummer. I'm in a band. And in my hand, I'm like this, with leaning on it. In my hand, I have something that I can't bring back to New York. So I'm just going to let it go, okay? And if you don't want it, you can just kick it out, but just wait till I'm out of sight. And what a fucking idiot. I was so paranoid from the day before.
That's what it was, yeah.
These guys, man, I was just, wow.
Those weren't the bongo playing Canadian Mounties, were they?
That
I
was,
was going to say it was the Toronto Police Marching Band.
It was, man, I'll tell you what, it was the weirdest thing ever.
Well,
I've been
found this
smoking pot
picture.
since I was 12, and
Did you see
know.
that?
Yeah.
David Crosby's truck? Have you seen it?
Nah,
A joint like that?
Yeah,
It looks like my dad.
Yeah, it might as well. I wasn't expecting that. I've not had any pot maybe for a week because we did all the states, and then we went up in Vancouver, and we were working our way back east. And I don't know, it must have been around on Ottawa or something like that, and all of a sudden, bam! And I'm like, whoa, fuck! What just happened to me?
That must have been like purple paranoid or something.
Oh my God, Lenny! I'm telling you, I was so freaked out. It was, and the funniest. I wish I had a video of me hiding it and then sitting down and looking at where it was hidden and saying no, and then hiding it somewhere else. And I'm trying to put it inside the curtains, and it's just what it is.
Like
That's how
reefer
squirrels lose
madness.
their nuts.
It's insane.
Paranoia will destroy you. That's what they say.
Yeah, and then I gave, hey, listen, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you.
That's right.
Wait, it looks like Stick is one of my people.
He is one of your people. He is.
Cool. I don't know if I've met him yet.
Oh, you don't know Stick? Do you know Lenny from the Good Rats? Stick?
I actually know. I only know Angus.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
Steve.
But
Hi,
Stick played with some pretty cool people. Played with Al Green. Played with. He did the funk and soul circuit.
Well, it's some of that. Also, I was a Nashville guy for a long time, about 25 years. So.
Oh, he's a musician.
Well, he's a bass player.
He's a musician and a bass player.
Watch it, Mousy.
Bass player and a drummer in the dressing room, they're fighting. Manager comes in and he says, "What's going on here?" Drummer says, "He took one of my sticks and he won't tell me, and he hit it and he won't tell me where it is." The manager says to the bass player, "What did you do that for?" He said, "Well, he detuned my bass and he won't tell me which string."
That's always a good one. I like that one.
Lived that story.
That's for bass players that use more than one string.
Nashville?
That's true. Boy, that's really sticking with you, Joe.
It is. That story stuck with me forever. It's great.
Did Stick say he was in Nashville?
Yes.
Yeah, Nashville player.
Yeah, I lived there a long time. I live in Florida now, but I'm old. But I lived in Nashville for 25 years.
So wait, let's see your bass.
You can't see it.
It's just a garden. Well, it's not exactly a garden variety jazz bass. It's got EMG pickups and like that, and a little hip shot on it. It's nice. I mostly just play gigs and stuff, and I do a little bit of recording what there is to do. But yeah, it's hey, at least
so
people still call me to play. A little bit.
I'm thinking you could probably read pretty well.
I read numbers mostly. Started out reading, but then when I got to Tennessee, I was sort of mesmerized by the studio guys, like how they could just come in and I mean barely anything is said, but when you walk in, the chart's on the stand, but they'll talk a little bit about it, maybe hear a bit of a demo, but then somebody counts it in. It may not be 100% on the money, but it's still like, damn, how do I know that? And
Nashville numbering system, yeah, it's crazy.
It's something. If you don't know that or have a pretty good idea about it, or some kind of system, a fast system like that, at least when I lived there, you needn't come there, because people don't have time to rehearse. Like somebody might messenger over a CD or something with 15 songs that they want you to play tonight, and it's 11:30.
Oh man.
So you get out the legal pad and and jot those down and play along to be sure you got it right. Now it may not be like the record if there's if there's a lot of I don't know, characterization in there or whatever, but at least you can get the changes pretty well right, get the feel right, that kind of thing, Good enough, maybe they'll call you back,
That's actually, that's a good.
Jeff, are you a reader? I know Booker is. Do you read?
Me?
Jeff.
I played in the Good Rats.
Read music, yeah.
Hardly any of us could read English.
We just saw a Good Rats video.
It's what?
Well, I can't remember anything, I gotta write this stuff down,
No, I watched a Carole King. I watched a Carole King video the other day, maybe 3 days ago. And by the time she was finished explaining what it was like to play in the studio back then, I was dizzy. How fast that these guys, like you said, would have to pick this stuff. And it's not like she would just go there with her bass. She would go there with her guitar, her electric guitar, her acoustic guitar, her mandolin. She'd had like the 6 pieces.
You're talking about Carol Kay.
Carol Kay.
Yeah.
She probably had a cartage service that actually brought that shit to her. She didn't lug it in herself, you know.
Yeah, I think she brought her bass or something like that. But yeah, you had to be like ready for anything.
She's amazing. She's
absolutely. If you want to advance, the whole thing where I came from anyway is I sort of describe it as I'm sort of a mercenary. Like, if you want to advance, then you need to have those kind of tools to be because you know nobody's got time to wait on anybody. Like, oh, I'll be back in a week with these songs. Fuck, we're going to be gone in like 2 days. You know.
Oh man.
You know what? One of my favorite things to do. And
sorry, I didn't mean to be so rude about it.
One of my favorite things to do is when someone sends me the music like a week or two ahead of time, I walk in and I sight read it. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Really?
That's one of my because the music is fresh to me. It's fresh to me, and if I do it like I know I can, they can't tell that I never looked at the music. So.
Yeah. Right. Well, that's a mark of a true pro, isn't it?
Yeah.
No,
no, that's a mark of I didn't feel like looking at your music.
Isn't it more like you don't pay me enough?
I didn't do my homework.
Be studying it.
Well, you didn't put more time into it than what you needed to. Apparently, if you came in there and nailed it, you know.
See, now
I did this. I did a show on Juneteenth on Wednesday, and it was a lot of modern gospel stuff. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with modern gospel, but if it's written out, it's like reading a Chick Corea chart because it's like fusion.
Wow.
It's like fusion. It's crazy. And I'm really glad they had a rehearsal on Monday because I went in and I said, oh, maybe I should look at this one a little bit longer.
Now, you see, I come from the opposite school. I come from the school of this. And when I finally I couldn't take drum lessons in school until 4th grade. And by the time I got there, because I had already been playing since I was, God knows, I had been playing all those years. By the time I got there, it was so boring to me that I just got completely frustrated with it. So I get to junior high school, and now they have this thing called percussion ensemble. And I thought, I got to join that because these guys have to be able to play. There's none of this frickin' paradiddle bullshit. These guys have to be able to play. And sure enough, there's a row of snare drums, and they're all set up, and there's music stands in front of each snare drum. And I'm at the end of the line. And the first guy kind of struggles his way through the thing, and then second guy, then the fourth guy, and then I'm the last guy, and I just ripped the shit off, like just ripped it off, right? And so my teacher was like, the teacher was like, wow, it's very, very good. And this went on for quite a few weeks, right? Until
and the teacher's bragging on him.
Yeah, the teacher's like saying, "Oh, look, this is it. Look at this," and he's doing this and then the other thing. And then he says, "Hey, Steve, come on up and let's get you first up in line." And it was like, "What?"
You didn't hear.
All I was doing was listening to 4 guys show me how it went, and then I just played it. Now all of a sudden I'm like goon babbling, and I can't read a freaking note. And so, of course, I was told by my teacher, "That's it. You'll never be a professional musician, and you should give up drums."
Yeah.
And it was
in 4th grade.
in 7th grade.
Oh, 7th.
There are so many guys that I know that are incredible musicians that don't read well at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can do it.
I actually wrote a book. I went and studied with Al Miller, who's a jazz player. I studied notation, so I can read now really well. But I didn't do that until I think I was in my 30s, because I wanted to be able to write a book, because I had my own technique, and I wanted to be able to transcribe it. And I had been teaching, but here.
But the whole time in Rat Race, you never read.
No,
I
never read
how
anything.
the shit went.
You just.
Okay, but that's when you're doing stuff that is kind of like, but when you're when you're actually composing stuff. Joe Morello told me that Vince Guaraldi, the guy who did all the piano for all the Charlie Brown, okay,
Oh, Charlie Brown, yeah.
could not read a note of music. Everything he
Wow.
played by ear. And Joe did an entire album with him. He said, and it never got released. Joe said he never knew what happened to the master tapes. He thought Vince's wife got them.
Yeah.
But I was like, holy shit, like, how could this guy not read music? Because that's not just putting together like
Neither
a
George,
formula rock and roll kind of, or an R&B kind of thing. I mean, yeah. So
George Benson doesn't read. There's a lot of guys that don't
Yeah,
read.
there's a
Yeah,
lot
I
of-
mean,
yeah.
it was there was in the documentary on the Wrecking Crew. I think I'll tell the story as best I remember, but Glenn Campbell couldn't read, or if he
Wow.
could, or not very well. And they hand out the charts, and he and Tommy Tedesco are sitting next to each other, and like Tommy gets like goose eggs, and Glenn gets the chart that looks like hieroglyphics. and he's just crapping himself, and Tommy looks over and he sees his part and he sees Glenn's part, and he knows Glenn can't really read, and he goes, here let's we'll swap.
swapping your lunch
Yeah.
boxes.
But let's face it, Jaco wasn't a great reader. He had an eidetic musical memory though.
Yeah.
So if you heard something
Okay.
once, he can play it right back to you. You know,
Man,
and
that's
what he
the
can
deal.
build on.
Leslie Reed?
How do
Leslie?
you develop that?
Probably not.
Stevie Wonder read?
Oh, yeah, you know what? I gave Stevie Wonder a cheese grater for Christmas, and he said to me, I said, how'd you like the gift? He said, well, I liked it, but it was the most violent book I've ever read.
Honestly,
Why,
probably
you little-
what he all knows. I mean, Will Lee, who Russ knows quite well, I'm sure.
Well,
I mean,
Will,
Will he was the scariest bass player I ever had to record, because he has the attention, and God bless him, he's the most amazing. He has the attention span and the patience of a firefly.
yeah.
And if you're not right with him, you're lost. And he's so sweet about it. Like I hated
he's great.
punching bass. Punching bass is like, for me, the least enjoyable thing in the world, because of the waveforms that if you hit it in the middle of a note, you get a click,
Yeah.
back in the day with ancient tape machines. And
Yeah,
Will was just so fast. He'd be like, no, take a minute. Okay, there we go. It's like it was Friday, but he was so nice about it that, even if you didn't get it right, he'd be like, all right, let's do it. And I'll take it from
But
the
also,
downbeat.
Will can read fly shit,
Yeah.
Oh man, he's
and a lot of guys can't. So
But can he write it?
I don't know, but I have the argument that I think Will Lee probably has the greatest resume of any musician on this planet. Think about everybody he played with on Letterman, all the albums he's done, who has a better resume than
Nathan
Oh my
East.
God. Yeah.
Paul Schaefer.
Nathan East.
Yeah, but-
Well,
Nathan-
going
think so?
back on that is
Anthony Jackson has a pretty incredible resume.
Who's
Marcus,
that?
pretty incredible resume.
Marcus Miller. What a joy.
No, but I'm just saying
What a
all the
joy.
people that he played with on Letterman for 30 years,
Right,
yeah, but
I mean,
But
Yeah,
also,
that's true.
also when he was like a teenager, he was playing on all those Creed Taylor records, all the stuff that they did out at who was the famous engineer who wouldn't let you
Rudy
touch anything?
Van Gelder.
Rudy Van Gelder. Yeah,
Gelder,
exactly. Yeah, and
Did you
Will,
play with somebody once? Do you get to put them on your resume?
I try,
of course.
I try not to. It's like I really don't put him on my resume until I played with him twice.
Well, okay, because I did a jam once. Robin Zander had a golf tournament / jam.
Celebrity golf tournament.
He asked me if I would play, and I said, absolutely, I'll play. And Don Felder
From
was
the Eagles.
there, from the Eagles, Don Felder.
Don
and-
Henley's best friend?
Yeah.
Apparently, a lot of
Everybody's best
people's
friend.
best
No, nobody's best friend.
No.
The nicest guy in music.
Oh, man,
Glenn-
what an
Glenn
asshole.
Fry said, "I'm
Great
gonna fucking
golfer,
kill you."
What a fucking asshole.
Great guitar player.
And great guitar player. And we played Hotel California, right? And I mean, the guys from REO are there, and Xander's there. And I forget. I mean, there was a ton of people there. And I said to him, wow, I said, that was really great. I've never played Hotel California before. I said, it was really enjoyable. And he said, it's a pleasure to be added to your resume. It was
Oh,
What?
you
very nice.
motherfucker.
So guess who he did not add to his resume?
But I know that if they were at a jam and somebody walked on stage, that person was all of a sudden in their resume.
Right.
And
Yeah,
it's
no,
like,
that's true.
People
Yeah.
that
I've
do that
never
too.
done.
A couple of those.
When you get the guys that has
Dropper.
700 names on their resume, they played
Yeah.
with 3 or 4 of them.
Right. Yep.
Hey man, the people, it's amazing because the people that are not on my resume, not that I use a resume anymore, but Corey Glover's not on there, and I've had the pleasure of playing with him quite a few times. Don Felder is not, he's been exorcised from any pen that I own. But I don't know, I mean, I played with the guys in, it was, what a thing to say to somebody. What a freaking thing to say to somebody.
I don't think he has people skills.
No, you don't, huh?
No.
Really? That's probably why I got along with the other Eagles.
Do you
Why I
know
was
that
kicked out of the nest.
he taught Tom Petty how to play guitar when he was a kid because they were both from Gainesville?
Yeah.
And Tom Petty was friends with Don Felder's little brother and took guitar lessons from Don Felder.
Which makes Don be the elder Felder.
The other felder. Now, was Don Felder the lead guitarist for the Eagles?
Yes, he was.
I guess he was.
Oh,
Yeah,
Joe Walsh.
he
Yeah,
was.
Him and Joe Walsh.
He came in
Before
to
they got that other guy.
Yeah.
Walsh.
Yeah.
Joe,
Right.
that guy Joe.
Well,
Yeah,
speaking,
that Joe.
Yes.
But Don,
Speaking
he's a
of-
good guitarist, though.
but speaking of
Really good
amazing
guitar
guitar
player.
Really
players,
good.
Sure, he's an excellent guitar player.
but the
Too
people
bad
who've
he's such a
come in,
schmuck.
the people who've come in afterwards,
That's weird.
if anybody knows Stuart Smith, does anybody know Stuart Smith's work?
I don't.
He
Oh.
took
Remind
well,
us.
He came in after Don Felder left, and then Vince Gill took over.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
think,
yeah.
who's not a bad guitar player, but Stuart
He's
Smith
unbelievable.
is bionic. He toured a lot with. I'm sure he worked with Mary Chapin Carpenter, but I saw him play with Sean Colvin, and with a compressor pedal and a Strat, he made the sound of a 12-string Rickenbacker.
Wow.
And I'm looking at
Wow.
it, and he's got hands the size of like monster hands. He
Baseball
is also a very, very lovely man from what anyone who knows him, but he is just otherworldly good.
Stuart Smith.
But we're talking about assholes, Don.
Oh well,
Oh,
how much time you got?
Yeah,
No.
exactly. That's a whole nother show and a half.
Not I mean, I could be flip about it, but the fact is, in my limited experience where I've been, there's more nice people than there are bad
Gotta be.
people. Yeah.
I
I mean,
and you gotta. I always say everybody's allowed a bad day.
yeah.
And everybody's an asshole in somebody's story.
That's right. You're the asshole in somebody's story. That's the truth.
True.
But one thing that I will say for Felder is the fucking guy's an incredible. He's got to be a scratch golfer.
He's a good golfer.
He's an amazing golfer.
Oh, well,
Just
add
not-
that to being an asshole. I mean,
Yeah.
That means nothing to me.
Well,
So wait a minute.
course-
So now I have to tell you my only golf story. It's a perfect day, but it's Sunday, and the pastor of the church looks out, and he's an avid golfer, and he's like, "Oh, this is too good to pass up. I have to play today." So he goes out onto the golf course, tees up his ball. He's not like running the church that day. He claims that he's got, say, a sore throat or something, and he goes out there and he hits the ball out, perfect drive, hole in one. And St. Peter looks at God and says, "That guy, you let him hit a hole in one?" And God looks to St. Peter and says, "Yeah, who's he going to tell?"
why you?
There you go.
Okay.
American businessman flies to Japan.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, here we go.
They put him up at the New Otani Hotel, right? He's going to have a business meeting on the golf course in the morning with all the Japanese executives. But they send a geisha girl to his room the night before. And so he's just all over the place in the kitchen, in the bathroom, in the wet bar, and the whole time she's screaming out, Kawasaki, Kawasaki, Kawasaki. The guy's like, what? This is great. This is great. And he's in this room and that room, Kawasaki, Kawasaki. Anyway, gets up the next morning. He feels like $1 million. He meets the Japanese executives on the first hole, and they tell him, it's your honor. Right, and so the guy tees his ball up and he hits it hole in one, right? And he screams out, Kawasaki, Kawasaki! And they say, why you scream out wrong hole?
Oi.
Oy vey, what?
I'm stunned.
What are we talking here? What?
Back to Don Felder for a second.
Speaking of assholes.
Good idea.
Right.
When you guys have a chance, listen to Jethro Tull, We Used to Know. And then we could talk about it next week.
We used to know.
We used to know.
Early, later, where? Okay,
What is
just
that
look it up.
from? When
That's
is
from
that
Benefit, wasn't it?
Benefit,
I think it's
right?
Benefit.
Or Stand Up.
It's either stand up or benefit,
Okay.
right?
Wow.
Okay, I must know that one.
Early.
It's years before Hotel California.
We
So
used
just,
to know.
just give it a listen.
Oh, I
Tony
will.
Iommi, I
Write
think,
that
is
down.
the
I'm looking
guitar
it up,
player
Paul.
for that song. But
And what song is it, Joe?
we
used
used
to
to
Oh,
know.
then it had to
We
be
used to
early.
know. Okay.
It's not Bar. It's not Martin Barr.
I don't think so. I think Barr was out for that session. I could be wrong.
Wow.
I could be wrong about everything. So
No, we'll
thought
listen and we'll
was
talk about it
always
next week. But the trade-off is you have to watch Poor Things.
I already did. So I'm good.
Okay, Pasture.
Oh,
Pastor?
We used to know is on stand up.
I might have one.
Ah,
Let me
Oh,
see.
geez.
Anyway.
So hold on.
I'm gonna listen to
I
it.
need to see Steve's better.
I'll make it bigger for you. I'll be happy to make it bigger for you.
huh.
Oh, I guess that one right
And a
off.
hush
Come on,
fell over
guys.
the crowd.
I guessed it right off.
Wait. I can't
Get
see
your
the
hand-
whole
I can't
thing.
see what state that is.
Alabama Queen, Mississippi Queen.
Oh!
Who guessed that
Who
one?
wins?
Good night.
John?
I believe
Good night.
it was Jeff. I don't know
Who
who.
guessed that?
Oh,
It's a tie.
somebody. Not me.
I thought it was
It's not
Lenny.
a
I think
puzzle
it was
one.
Lenny.
Lenny.
What?
Me?
It's not a puzzle Who one. was it?
Lenny?
I don't know. That's
You said Mississippi Queen.
I did, for crying out
Hey,
loud.
that's great, Angus. You were like the fifth one to get it.
All right, Don.
Oh, okay. Wait. So now I got to pill a pin.
Wait,
here.
is that Dear Prudence?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Geez, I wish.
Oh, very good. Oh, dear.
Who is that?
Dear
Is that
Prudence?
Mia Farrow?
Oh, wow.
No, Mia
No,
Farrow's sister.
Prudence Farrow.
Right.
Dear Prudence.
Dear Prudence. Oh, I love that
Dear
song.
Prudence.
Very nice.
Okay.
Uh-oh. What's
Mousy?
this? Horse with no name?
No.
Wild
Look.
horses.
Yep.
Oh.
Wild horses.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay,
Very
wait,
good.
wait, I got one. It's probably a little bit too easy.
Well, I mean,
But
mine
we
was.
don't want you to hurt yourself.
Ah,
Pretzel
that's a good
Logic.
one.
Pretzel logic.
Okay.
Pretzel logic. Ooh.
Pretzel.
Nice.
Logic.
Lot.
Very nice.
Okay.
And
very
book-
That was a good one.
We're coming home from the track today. I was practicing out of the racetrack with my little cars. And we took a back way home, and somebody made a replica of the Enterprise out of pots and pans.
Yes.
It was the most amazing
It
thing.
looked-
So
we
I
have
have
to
to take a
picture.
picture of it. I'm going to go back when I'll practice next week, and I'll take a picture on the way home. It was
Great. Love to see it.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely get it. So, Jeff, what's your background?
It's not a puzzle. It's just a German band playing Upa music in Munich.
Oh,
Oh.
Munchenfrieger.
There you go.
Munchen. Yes.
Wow.
Guys, I gotta go. I'll see
Okay,
you.
man.
Okay.
Always great, brother. Have a great show.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
Bye, Buff.
Happy summer.
Yes, happy summer.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So hot
Summer.
up here. It's so hot.
Yeah,
That's
it was,
insane to me that it's so hot up there.
it
It's-
was,
it's
it
like-
was 100 degrees, my car said today on the way home.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
Wow.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I can
And
hear
now
it now. It's 100 degrees. What did you say?
Y'all
my
are
car.
louder than us.
I have a very loud car, and it's going to rain like the Dickens tonight too. So
Well,
Oh
that's good.
yeah, but I
It looks
saw
pretty
in
ominous
Dutchess
right here,
County,
right now.
whatever, it already got slammed with a lot of rain, right? In Dutchess County, they were
Uh,
saying up around Syracuse and what they already got a boatload of thunderstorms earlier today. A couple
Yeah,
cells
yeah, I
went through.
saw that.
hmm.
Lenny,
Yeah, let's
I
look
got
at it.
I got it. Currently, it looks like you're in a child's seat, but apparently, there's a scorpion in the bottom of that sneaker. Is there some significance there?
Duck, Lenny, duck.
Yeah. It is a car seat. No, it's a child seat. It's a scorpion child seat.
It's a sneaker.
It's a
There you go.
shoe.
Right. It's
It's a scorpion
Shaquille
in my
O'Neal
sneaker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
for real?
that.
There you go.
What is it?
scorpion in my sneaker.
I don't know
I
that
get up in the
song.
morning. Gabrielle says, we're going to the beach. Put on my shorts, put on my sneakers, blah, blah, blah. I take off my shoe. We go swimming. I put on my swimming shoes. I go back to my sneaker and I look in it, and there's this guy.
You didn't get stung?
Oh, so that's not Scorpion brand sneakers. That's a real scorpion.
Wow.
No, but when I first put my shoes on in the morning, he was in it,
Oh
and I
dear.
squashed him.
Well,
You had another
I
scorpion.
have an interesting
That'll
scorpion
teach 'em.
fact for you. Okay.
Okay.
They glow under a black light.
Do they?
I don't have one of those.
Well,
I'm
if
gonna
you
go
did,
get one
Thank
now.
God.
you could have put your shoe on in the dark and it would have been all right. Yeah,
Oh man, yeah, it's
Our guitar player, George, right, Angus, grew up, spent part of his youth growing up on a reservation because he's
Indian reservation.
on an Indian reservation because his parents were in the hotel business or something like that. He said, and he had a black light in his room, and there were scorpions. They used to play with scorpions all the time. And he had a black light in his room, and I said, "Did you know that they glow in the dark?" He said, "Oh yeah, I used to see them glowing in the dark in my room." It was like,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah, Jeff, you know, Danny Shannon was the second guitarist in Godspeed. Second, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when he moved out to Arizona, he didn't realize they tell you every day when you get up, shake out your shoes because they go in there. And he was walking and he felt this shock go through his body, like up his leg, that he thought he was having a heart attack. His wife Joanne called 911. The people came, the paramedics came and stuff. They were laughing because, you know, they said you should have to shake out your boots and stuff like that. He told me that for 6 months his big toe was numb. For 6 months afterward from the pain from the scorpion.
Wow.
ooh.
Well, that
Yeah,
was
Len, you lucked out.
when we
Well,
were on
yeah,
Seinfeld, and they tell
I
you
told you that these scorpions here aren't that dangerous.
They are
No, they're not. They're not.
Huh?
They're not going to kill you. They're not going to
Scorpions.
make your toe swell up or anything.
Lori got stung by a stingray.
Oh my God.
On Sanibel, you're supposed to do what they call the Sanibel shuffle. You shuffle. You don't lift your feet up
It
and
was
stuff
the
like
worst pain I ever felt in my
She was
life.
screaming, crying. So
I
I
couldn't even
called.
walk to the
I
car.
called Larry, right? Dr. Larry, got to call Larry. And he said, "Oh, just put her foot in hot water." So we're on our way home. There's a gas station. I said, "Well, let's go there. We'll get." I think. Did we have a bucket or what? How did
We
do
had
that?
a cooler.
We had a cooler,
Yeah.
and we went into the bathroom, turned the water as hot as we could turn it, filled the cooler. I mean, she's like screaming,
Crying. The worst
He
pain.
said, "I've had football players come in
Crying.
their eyes out
That's-
because of that pain."
Yeah. And the minute you put it in
The
hot
minute
water,
you put it in hot water, it like
goes
goes
away.
away.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
but I laid in bed when we got home, and as soon as the water turned lukewarm, it would start hurting again. So Steve would have to like keep doing the hot water thing, and it would go away, and that lasted like a couple of hours.
Nah, so you know, just in case.
Bad pain.
You never know.
Well, folks, I gotta skedaddle, but I hope.
That's all right. Listen, we're all out of here. It's that time.
I'm
It's
gonna
that
watch.
time.
Hi, Ross.
Watch Poor Things, right? I gotta watch Poor Things.
Please,
I'm gonna
yes.
watch
And
Yeah.
we'll discuss next week.
I'll get. Okay. Take care.
All right.
Take care, everybody.
Stick,
care.
Stick, it was nice seeing you.
See you, Don.
Good
See you,
meeting
Stick.
you, Stick.
Bye, Stick. Nice to
Yeah.
see you.
See you, Stick.
Hey, same with me, my
See ya,
big ass.
Stick.
See y'all
Okay.
another time.
We'll
Take
see
care,
you next
everybody.
week. We'll be
Good night,
here.
Lori. Good night, Stick.
Bye.
Good
Good
night,
night,
brother.
John Boy.
See you, Lenny.
Good night, children of the lawn. We
Good
love
night,
you.
John
Bye-bye.
There,
Boy.
kids.
Bye,
Mousy.
Mousy.
Night, John
Bye.
I don't
Boy.
know how to get out of this thing. Once again, I'm confused.
I can get you
Stop
out.
it.
All right, I can get you
Thank
out.
you. Good.
All
Turn
right,
me
here
off.
you go. There you go. You ready? Okay, here you go. And bang.
Oh, that was a fun show.
It was a fun show.
Everybody came
It's
out.
always a fun show. And there were, well, that was 10 people in the room at the same time.
Wow.
And very organized.
Yeah. Wow, that makes
Very
up for a
organized.
lot of stuff.
Yeah. It's, it's great, especially when, you get Russ in the room and Russ doesn't know Stick, Stick doesn't know anybody, but yet we still all have that common bond. And that was the whole thing that, when I started the show, 4 years ago, it's been 4 years we've been doing this crazy thing.
Wow.
And the idea was to let you, the children of the lawn, experience the chatter that we all take for granted, talking about whatever it is, charts or or Don Felder's an asshole or whatever. And that was the whole premise of the show. My friend, in fact, is TV John watching tonight?
Yeah,
Oh
he
yeah,
was.
there he is. Great show tonight, he said.
Yep.
He was, when Randy Jackson called me up and said, you should really start broadcasting. This was 4 years ago during the pandemic. I said, what am I going to do? Nobody wants to hear me play drums to song. I'm not going to do that. Can't take requests. And so, and TV reminded me of all the, because he's been backstage with me for everything from Leslie to God, and Whistle, everything. And so he's heard these conversations, and he said, people don't realize how amazing it is to listen to you guys talk. And that was really the genesis of the show, of what we did. And that's why we used to have the guests and talk about this and that and the other thing. But so here we are, 4 years later, still stuck out here in space, floating around.
We'll have to go take a picture of the Enterprise.
Oh,
made
we're
out
gonna
of
take,
pots and
we got
pans.
Pots and Pan Enterprise. And
Yeah.
next time I go to practice, I will, we took a different way home today, just a gorgeous way home. And it was just a lot of fun. It was amazing. But to see that these people did this and put it outside their house. Was
Put it on the street by their
oh,
mailbox.
yeah, right. I guess they're waiting for, Captain Kirk to pop by and drop off the mail.
Yeah.
Anyway, kids, that's gonna do it. Wednesday. It looks like everything's working fine.
Right,
So
and Angus will be on Tuesday.
Angus will be on Tuesday with his Tuesday Rewind.
Right.
And I'll be on Wednesday with you and my own version of the Rewind. And if I don't see you in the future, I'll see you in the pasture.
Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Take care, kids. See ya.